upload another video just to kind of clarify some things that we might have questions on. So just to review, remember that we have a parent graph, right, which is y equals x squared. Okay, so if we write this in vertex form, we would say, okay, this is y equals, and then 1 times x minus h squared plus 0. So if we solve this, we end up getting that. Now, if you look at the vertex form, let me change this to 0 because that gives us that. So this is what our form looks like. Okay, and remember HK. So if we want to look at this way, we have A, which is positive, okay, and then X minus plus K, so look at it that way, squared, sorry, plus H, and you have positive H and positive K. So what we're talking about here is this A value that tells us about compression or stretching. So when we stretch, okay, think of it this way, it's a vertical stretch. So if you reach up, okay, and stretch your arms up, that means that your arms are getting closer together above your head. So the stretch is actually getting more narrow. Okay, so they're getting closer together because this is a vertical stretch. So for example, a vertical stretch, if we go from this, okay, it stretches and becomes more vertical, closer together. Okay, and then a compression. Think about if you start putting your arms going wider, so you're not stretching, you're stretching more. Someone's pushing your arms down, so it goes from this, okay, to something like wider. So it's squishing it, compressing it. Okay, so for a compression, okay, a vertical compression, that means that our A value, now keep in mind this is the absolute value of A, so A is always going to be in a positive, will be between 0 and 1. So basically a fraction, okay, less than 1, but greater than 0. And the stretch is going to be A, again, absolute value of A, greater than 1, okay? So if we have an A value of 2, okay, so that would be a stretch, meaning it's getting narrower, okay? And then a compression, let's say we have a half, that means now it's getting wider because you're squishing it, you're compressing it, okay? Now, when A is negative, it doesn't matter if it is a fraction or a whole number, that means we're flipping it. So it's going to go upside down. Okay. Now, when we're talking about H and K, for example, so let's write it again, y equals A times X minus, and again, positive H squared plus K. So if H is going to be negative, okay, so H is negative, so negative H, that means it's going to move left. Okay, so negative H, it's moving left. A positive H means it's moving right. So in this case, we would have X minus negative H squared, or it's going to be written like this, H plus H squared. So it's kind of the opposite. It's going to be written like this, but in reality, because of this negative, the double negative is going to become positive. And the same with the plus H. It's written like this if we wrote it out separate. But in reality, you're going to see this. So if we see this guy, we're going to move left, however many h's. If we see this guy, we're going to move right, however many h's. Now, k is the up and down. So if we have a positive k, that means it's going to move up. And if we have a negative k, that means it's going to move down. So if we have, for example, negative 2 times x plus 3 squared minus 4, that means it's going to be flipped. In this way, it's a 2, so that means it's stretched. And then in this case, because it's plus, it's going to go left 3 and down. Okay, hopefully that helps.